Chelsea 2, West Ham 1, and we've done the double over those pesky hammers, and not just any old hammers, but a Graham fucking Potter's hammers. Oh, I would have been seething with boiling rage if we had lost to a Graham Potter's West Ham. That man made me want to burn every single Chelsea shirt I bloody had. He made me so depressed, man. He actually made me so depressed. We lost to teams that I couldn't even dream of losing to. I think we lost to Arsenal home and away. Who else did we lose to? Man City in the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and in the Premier League. Who else did we lose to? He made us lose to Fulham, Charlton Athletic, Manchester United, Dunfermline, Dundee, Dortmund. How the fuck did he actually draw to Liverpool home and away? That was a shocker, actually, to be honest. Everton, who else did we draw to or lose to? No, we lost to Everton. We got thumped by Burnley, Bradford, Somerset and Avon, Keele University. I don't know who the fuck we lost to. We lost to the whole lot with this man. And to be honest, if this was Graham Potter's Chelsea versus Graham Potter's West Ham, I think Graham Potter's Chelsea would have lost to Graham Potter's West Ham 1-0, to be quite frank with you. Those were the type of games we'd lose, to be honest with you. And it's something I said against Manchester City, where I feel like our entire defence is made up of Bengalis. There's no strength in them. All they do is eat fish. They need to start eating some protein, some chicken, some yams. I don't care what it is. They need to start eating it, because they were weak against Man City. And again, they were weak against West Ham. Like, Bowen really ran our defence ragged, man, in the first half. You know, they didn't offer much up front, but Bowen was taking the piss. And Kudus, man, Colwell, I don't know what to say to you, bro. You've been bullied by Bournemouth. You've been bullied by Manchester City, and Kudus sent you to the cleaners. I couldn't understand your back pass. It was wild. It was erratic. Yes, you're under pressure from Kudus from behind, but at least take a touch. See if you can pass it sideways to one of your teammates and lead a forward attack. Instead, you passed it so blindly and wildly to Bowen and left the poor old fucking goalkeeper no chance. Absolutely no chance. Poor keeper, man. Poor goalkeeper. But hey, what do I know? Colwell and Sanchez, the same book. You've all been useless, man. I think honestly, I think you should really start on the bench. Have Tosin Adarabayo and who was it? Trevor Salabar in centre back now. You need some time out. You really do need some time out. The fact that you're trying to call a foul as well, it wasn't a foul. It was just a lazy, aimless back pass with no strength, with Kudus chasing you down and surrounding you down. He gave it to poor old bloody Bowen, and poor old bloody Bowen absolutely drilled it into the bottom corner. I thought it was Sanchez in goal for once, thank Christ. Thank Christ Almighty, it was Jorgensen in goal. To be fair to Jorgensen, I can't really criticise him much. Some of his kickouts kind of made me a little bit nervous, but he did make a save against Bowen in the first half at his near post. He kept it out between his legs, so fair play to him for that. He wasn't really tested in the second half. Some of the long range shots that came straight at him, handled it well. Saves that he's supposed to make. So thankfully he wasn't tested as much as he could have been in the second half. And I can't really fault him for the goal, really. It was a good goal into the bottom left-hand corner. I would say it was an okayish debut. He'll get harder ones to come. But hopefully Jorgensen can stay in goal, and I don't want to see Sanchez in there. Every time I see Sanchez in there, I'm just going to get an aneurysm and I want a Met call sent to my fucking room. I really do want to see a Met call sent to my fucking room if I see Sanchez and goal ever again. But hey ho, that was the first half. Just Chelsea farting it around, side by side. No real penetrative forward, incisive thinking. And, West Ham have a smash and grab situation. All right, 1-0 down we were. And to be fair to West Ham, they actually probably should have been aiming for the second goal. They were on the momentum, the charge was on them. And I don't understand why we were playing so narrow against West Ham. West Ham parked the bus, they were looking for mistakes, they got the mistakes, went 1-0 up. There's no point in playing narrow to a team that's playing park the bus. You've got to put it wider. In the end, what made the difference was Maresca finally having enough and having the balls to make some certain substitutions. He took Jackson out. Jackson also needs to start on the bench. I can't believe we tried to sell Nkunku to Manchester United at one stage. Thank Christ we didn't sell Nkunku, man. Nkunku needs to start. Jackson's done. His head is not in the game. So Jackson went off and what was it? Actually, it was Guy went in. All right, but I'd rather have Nkunku up front, let's be honest. But anyway, Guy went in. Actually, he looked a bit lively, to be fair. And then Sancho went out and Neto came in, and that was in the 52nd minute. And then in the 61st minute, he took out James and put Gusto in, and took out Madueke and put Nkunku in. To be honest, he should have made all 4 subs in one go, He shouldn't have left it until the 61st minute, really. But hey, he made those changes and it worked. I think James should start coming off the bench because I think he fears from getting another injury. He's not running up and down like he did prior to his injuries, And I don't want to blame him for that because that would be harsh from my point of view. I can understand why he's trying to push himself, but not push himself to the limit where he has another hammy. So fair enough, I get it, but the Premier League is brutal, if you're not up to the pace, and he was getting out-sprinted by certain West Ham players, so I think he should come off the bench, really, and then just work his way up. Just play Gusto, man. I know he's our captain, but I think he needs to, just ease his way in. We're not chasing a title anymore. It's sad because before the game to Everton, Fulham, Ipswich Town and Bournemouth, where they really should have been 12 points and, chasing Liverpool's tails, we threw it all away and have gone 4th into the Premier League table. It would have been nice to see a Liverpool versus Chelsea title race, because Liverpool and Chelsea always push each other to the T. I remember the first old little battles between Liverpool and Chelsea in the Champions League. Chelsea were killing it. Chelsea were killing it in the league, and everyone thought they would murder Liverpool. I shouldn't say murder, actually. Everyone thought we'd outdo Liverpool in the Champions League semi-final, and then up came Liverpool from the ashes into the fire and knocked us out of the Champions League, and then we all know what happened in Istanbul. Similarly, when, what was it? When Chelsea had the weakest team, I remember in the UEFA Super Cup, I know it was a Liverpool win after penalties, but still, it was a weak Chelsea team and a very strong Liverpool team. I thought Liverpool would ruin us 5-0. I was preparing for a hammering in the UEFA Super Cup final. It ended up being 2-2 and we went to penalties, and yeah, we lost, fair enough. But that's the thing, all of our games go close and close. A Liverpool-Chelsea title race would have been very, very, very interesting. We would have gone head-to-head, you know what I mean? When I said we threw it away with those 4, it should have been 4 wins. It really should have been 4 wins. And who knows, it would have been an interesting title race. But anywho, forget it, it's done, it's dusted. We're just trying to, hope for a lazy top 4 finish. Hopefully we can get there, and certain changes need to be made. The changes that Maresca made, those 4 changes in the 52nd and 61st minute respectively, changed the dynamic, because Pedro Neto was a little bit more direct. He wanted to take players on the right-hand side. He puts in a cross. I think Cucurella got a touch, and Enzo Fernandez shot. It got blocked by a West Ham defender, and the ball squirts to Neto, who was in the box, and bang, he slaps it home for a 1-1 equaliser. And then a couple of moments later, Palmer, who was always gathering the ball deeper and deeper and deeper in the first half, decides to stay up there. He takes on his man Wan-Bissaka on the left, and I thought he he smacked a beauty into the top right-hand corner, and I was thinking, yes, fantasy points. Instead, I see a deflection, and he wasn't aiming for a shot. He just looped over Wan-Bissaka's foot. The only place he could have hit it off Wan-Bissaka with that lunging challenge, and it hit that foot, looped over Areola and into the top right-hand corner. And that was that, 2-1. Yes, it was nervy towards the end, but like I said, West Ham didn't really threaten a second goal. The ones that were on target were comfortable for the keeper, you know, and like I said, you can only save whatever is thrown at you. Jorgensen didn't have a dramatic save to keep the 2-1 lead. Thankfully, it was a little bit more easier than what I thought it could have been. But scrappy 2-1 win. Fine, you take it. Yes, we move on, but there needs to be a lot of improvement, really. There needs to be a lot of improvement. And I hope this is honestly the last game I see Sanchez in goal. I think goal needs to be dropped. It should be Chalobah and Tosin Adarabioyo going forward. Jackson shouldn't really play. Madueke shouldn't really play. I think Neto should definitely be on the right, and Nkunku should be up front. Cole Palmer just behind him, and on the left, possibly Sancho, and I'll put Gusto on the right, and then let Gusto and Reece James interchange here and there, and I'll put Enzo Fernandez as captain. That is that, and I think that's what they should do moving forward. And then who knows what can happen in this season. Now, next up, coming up, is the FA Cup against Brighton. I don't think that's going to be an easy game. I really don't, because Brighton will be humbled and licking their lips and licking their wounds after that demolition by Nottingham Forest. You know, they'll be up for it, and you know, if they play their game right, they could actually beat Chelsea in the FA Cup. You know, the FA Cup is a good distraction. You play a game right and you're into the next round. But hopefully, I love the FA Cup. I grew up watching the FA Cup. You know, I was born in the 90s. The FA Cup meant something to me. And I hope we take this competition seriously. We're out of the Carabao Cup. Thankfully, Arsenal have been knocked out. So Newcastle are into the final. And I do hope Newcastle win that trophy. And hopefully Liverpool can outdo the Spurs. And we can have a nice Newcastle versus Liverpool Carabao Cup final. As such, it is Brighton versus Chelsea in the cup. And like I said, it can go either way. Chelsea are on their little dodgy sort of run of form with your odd victory here and there, but your other dodgy draws and defeats that are lurking. But like I said, an FA Cup is a distraction. Hopefully we go to Brighton and we win a game. Because I would love to see the FA Cup come back to Stamford Bridge, please. Please, just for me, just get an FA Cup back on Stamford Bridge. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. 2018 was the last time the FA Cup reached Stamford Bridge doors. So it'd be nice to see that trophy return to London. But as such, knowing the way the FA Cup is run, it'll probably be another Manchester United versus Manchester City final. Well, I shall see you for Saturday. For now, good night and fuck off.